Hello, and welcome back to episode 3. Today is going to be maybe a longer video, but just a shorter little tutorials. That way we can kind of update our journal spreads together going forward. So I want to show you how I make my grids when I decide, how I want my journals to go for that particular month. So for this month, as we talked about in episode 1, I wanted 4 columns. So let me show you how I did that. Okay, so the first thing that I always do is go into my template library. And in my template library, I'll just scroll through different templates and kind of see if there's any designs on the grids on the templates that I prefer. And so we'll just kind of go straight into the ones that I was looking at. So in the plant library, these ones have these different boom, 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 and they're all equal. And so I took this template and I went ahead and I copied, and then we're going to just go back up into our July, and I already copied and pasted it in here. So I put it right here. And then what I do is, it doesn't matter on any layer, just take your pen tool and we're just going to draw a line. And again, I'm using Noteful. So whether you're in GoodNotes, Noteful, you can do this on any of them that allows you to do the line. So we're going to go ahead and duplicate this and then put it there. And then duplicate the 2 and duplicate copy however you want to do it is up to you. Perfect. So then once I have my lines the way that I want them, I'm just going to take these, and now I will actually just copy it. I don't need this spread anymore, so I'm just going to delete this page and then straight into our blue page where we're doing those journal spreads in. So at this point, I do this on the bottom layer because, again, we don't want it to move at all while we're working. And you can always turn on your ruler. That way you can kind of see where the middle is. Perfect. And I'll just leave my ruler there. So then now we have our measurements for our bottom grid. I, again, changed the color on these. You can actually do that as well if you want a bit of a lighter color, if you want what I did with the blue and then doing it that way. I don't know if you can change the opacity on a line. I don't think you can. Nope. So now we have our grid, and now we can go into another layer. So for my journal spreads, depending on what I'm journaling, they either go in journaling, books, entertainment, social media, or just private if I want it to be private. And that's how we make our grids to get started on decorating for I call them monthly little mini issues of my entertainment, of the things that I'm doing and stuff like that. So however you want to identify them. But anyway, now let's get to journaling. Okay, I'm going to just take you through July so far. I have my energy drink, no judgment. So we did our mood board together, and I actually kept the same mood board that we did. I did add the July album, a little note on top of my photo frame. And then I added a little master list in here just for YouTube and real ideas. And this is actually all, so if you go into bottom left, this is all blocking the master list template. And if you watch, it just goes right on top of there and just blocks the master list. And I changed it to YouTube and Reels. And then my goals page, goals in more detail, I wrote them out. And then I want to write a little manifestation letter for each of them, just expressing why I want these goals to happen, what I'm going to do to get there, and what I want to come out of that by the end of the month. But I haven't done that part yet. I did do the decorating, and I think it's cute. My habits. So the habits that I decided to go with this month is movement, journal daily, video 5 times a week, post 7 times weekly on something to do with documenting and journaling. My morning routine and my evening routine, documentation daily as well. So just making sure that I'm updating my little pieces here and there, as you'll see as we kind of go along. And then I am going to do a vision board right here, and we'll do that together in another video. It's not the most important thing to me, so we can get to it in one of our episodes. This one's more of just a chit-chatty, let's update our spreads type of episode. So here is one of my 15-day spreads. What I decided to do was just take all my stickers from the different collections that I got this month from, man, I think I'm using 3 different people here. I'm using myself underneath this cute thing here. That's Myra Studio's little sticky note. And then mine, Myra Studio, the sand. I freaking love the sand. So if who is Elite Book. So if Elite Book sees I've used the sand on every page, I freaking love. How did I not think of it? Which doesn't matter if I did or didn't. I'm glad that I didn't because I've been using it from hers. And then, of course, Vintage Ink Stationery and her cute stickers this month that I am totally obsessed with. So I got a background there. The quote is mine. Myra Studio on both the quote and the little sticker behind. And then I wrote a little journal about doing my YouTube video. I just took some scrappy papers that I've done from 3 different or 4 different collections and just kind of layered it there. And then I'll just do little notes and stuff as we go. I'm not doing this as one day at a time. This was literally because I was bored for an hour yesterday and did all 4 of those boxes. So instead of scrolling or doing things that aren't beneficial for me at this time, I decided I'm gonna document when I'm bored. And so that's what I did yesterday with doing some sticker documentation and had so much fun. So yeah, we'll continue there. Here's our July reads. These are all of the books I want to get to in July. And so since we worked on these together, I'll just kind of share with you how I set these up. So sticker is from the July kit. The stickers above the books are from next chapter. Next chapter, this flower here and this flower here, those are from July kit. July TBR is from July kit. This is just a text box. And then I input my little journal boxes on each of them. That way they were already measured out with my measurements, even though I kept one of the lines there just so that I know where it needs to start on this end. And then I erased the second line because my text boxes are measured out. So on my July Reads dashboard here, we have all the books that I just want to get to this month. So this one we finished, so we're going to update that. And then we started this one, and then we have 3 more. Now all of the Carl's Dungeon Crawler Carl, those are all going to be audiobooks. And then Somewhere Beyond the Sea is a physical book. This is a Kindle book I put in my Kindle library, and then Night and the Moth, I both have Kindle and hard copy. And so it just depends on what time I'm reading because I can't do a reading late at night, so I just use my Kindle. So yeah, we're going to update this. And then I decided to grab all these black and white sticky notes from multiple different collections in my library and just turn them into like a quote thing. And I'm going to put the different quotes from the books for Dungeon Carl and then just do either a 2 or it might turn into a 3-page spread if I need more, because these books are just so funny and I have so many great quotes that I want to add in. So I already added in Carl from Princess Donut, and then for Carl he always goes, "God damn it, donut." And it makes me laugh. So we have that, and then we have our television, so the different shows that I'm watching, and then I do a little documentation. I do need to update this one as well. So let's just go in. I'm just going to update the television with you guys today because I haven't gotten all my thoughts together for Dungeon Carl just yet, so I'm not going to do that. So let's just get into journaling right here in our episode 4 of Pluto. Thank you for staying this long if you did, and I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day. Bye.